All right, we're here. Have no fear. We made it. What a glorious football weekend. Loved it. Loved it so much. It was interesting, fun. Um, I'm trying to get on here before it gets crazy. Chase the greatest excitement. Here we go.
It's time for you to shine your divine light. It's time to feel the love of countless angels. Why are you questioning the love? It's so clear to me you're a powerful source of inspiration. Your music is a digital delight. It's time for the joy to awaken in your deepest core of consciousness. Remember to be kind to yourself. Keep moving in the direction of your greatest excitement. Original thoughts are jumping into action. Keep it your heart open to new levels of clarity. We're here to awaken the planet. Love is the key to all the problems in the world. Beautiful memories worth remembering on a lonely night. Love is the key to a world peace. Stop chasing empty dreams and goals. Chase the greatest excitement. Yes, you're a divine miracle. It's so clear. Yeah. Original thoughts are jumping into action. Keep it your heart open to new levels of clarity. We're here to awaken the planet. Love is the key to all the problems in the world. Beautiful memories worth remembering on a lonely night. Love is the key to world peace. Stop chasing empty dreams and goals. Chase the great excitement. Yes, you're a divine miracle. It's so clear. Oh, it's so clear. Ooh. Beautiful memories worth remembering on a lonely night. Love is the key to the world peace. Stop chasing it.
All right. That's all she wrote. That's a good one. It's an old one, though. It has the strange ending, but I like it. I like it a lot. I should write a book on all the prompts to use. And don't worry, it will get better. And it did. And it gets better every week. The music, the renditions that are made through Suno and Udio. So, what a great football weekend. So, the first game on many levels, I don't know how, but KC found a way to win. They have a lot more weapons now than they did. They look good. They look really good to me. They look like a solid team. They look like they should be champions. And, I just did something here. I'm back. Okay, and you can hear me. I just realized when you hit my picture, you also lose my audio. I think. I don't know. Maybe you don't. I'll have to look into that. But the greatest excitement is definitely one of my favorite tunes I've ever done. Okay, I'm going to look at. Just 1 second here. Let's put this here. And I'm going to shrink this a little bit. All right. It'd be nice to have a co-producer. They could do all this image stuff. See how bright it is now? I am in the light. Here's an image that I made today. Look at that. Heal this broken world. Absolutely. How do we go about doing that? I also did this one here just for AI music. Check that out. All through X. I love this image right here. Suno, which is 90% of the creations that I do. Very happy with them. So we have NFL scores. Let's have a look at that just for a moment. Put that up there. Okay, can we make this bigger? We can. Okay, so you can see here, Lamar was magical. He really was. He was beyond phenomenal. Patrick Mahomes was really good. Was he magical? No, he was great. Lamar Jackson had 273 yards in passing and 122 yards in running. So whatever they pay him, he's like two players. And that's why he's such a great choice for fantasy football. He's unbelievable. You can't go wrong with him. Isaiah Pacheco looked great. I thought he was wonderful. Carson Steele, I think is his name, or Carson Steele, but I think it's Steele. I would love to see him in there. I think he would add a dimension for this team, but I don't think they're quite ready for him. Rashee Rice showed that he is the top receiver, and he is the future. No doubt about it. Isaiah likely was the next best star next to Lamar. And they got robbed by a toenail. There's another view of that from above where the post is, and it sure looks like he's in. So it would have been tied. But the way things are going, KC looks great. And they're really looking like if they don't get too injured, they're ready for a repeat, a three-peat. The Cowboys, many people said horrible things about them. And Dak Prescott now has the best contract in history of all time. I think he's guaranteed 260 million, something like that, or 220. It's incredible. For the next 4 years, I think he's going to average at least 60 million plus a year. Ezekiel Elliott had 1 touchdown. He had 10 carries for 40 yards. That's nothing to write home about. Deshaun Watson passed for 169 yards, but you know what? Most quarterbacks did not play well this weekend. There was only a handful that did really, really well. As you can see here, Mr. Ford did okay. 12 carries, 44 yards. That's not awful, but not high production, not a high scoring game, and not the Browns' best showing. But it just goes to show you in the regular season when they're playing teams that dance around the 500 mark, the Cowboys have an insanely good roster, and I think they came out to prove something. And you know what? 33, that's a power number. That's a Masonic number. That's one of those glorious numbers. You should look up 336699. Funky Jazz Ballet. Enjoy. Be right back.
Do you ever feel lost in the pursuit of power and greed? We are not in a place to be judgmental about how people live their life. We are all creative. We are all moving into new waves of consciousness. There is no truly new content. Technology is growing at a mind-blowing pace. We are investing in new forms of intelligence. You can never stop technology from growing in knowledge and influence. May you continue to chase your great passions. Artificial intelligence is generating beautiful music at a rapid pace. We are all connected in this dance of life. In this funky jazz ballet between men and women, exploring the depths of emotion and the highs of passion. As the rhythms intertwine, we find beauty in the chaos, love and discord blending together. In this intricate dance of relationships, we learn to trust and let go, embracing the unknown. With every step and every note, we groove to the beat. In this funky jazz ballet between men and women, exploring the depths of emotion and the highs of passion. In this funky jazz ballet between men and women, exploring the depths of emotion and the highs of passion. Hello. Goodbye. End. In this funky jazz ballet between men and women, exploring the depths of emotion and the highs of passion. In this funky jazz ballet between men and women, exploring the depths of emotion and the highs of passion. Hello. Hello. Funky jazz ballet between men and women, exploring the depths of emotion and the highs of passion. Hello. Goodbye. End.
Cool. And strange. And mystical. And wild. Oh, yeah. Funky jazz ballet. Yes, indeed.
Oh. Goodbye.
Okay. I hear knocking. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Okay, we're back. There we go. So, the Washington Commanders with Jalen Daniels did exceptionally well for a rookie quarterback. They didn't take the world over by storm. They sure didn't have the numbers that C.J. Stroud had his first year, but a good outing. A very good outing. They should be happy with what they had. 184 yards passing. He had 16 carries for 88 yards, and he had 2 TDs. So he was the production machine, Jaden Daniels, no doubt about it. Baker Mayfield showed what it likes. Oh, how do you say this nicely? He's gone through the shit. He's been through the fire. He's gone through the jitters. He's been thrown around from team to team. He's got a home now. And it's showing that he has a home. He looks like he's in his element, that he's very happy. His production is good. He looks healthy so far. So 289 yards, 4 TDs, right? So excellent. Well done. Let's see here. Chris Godwin had 1 TD, it looks like. And it was 37-20. It wasn't a blowout, but it wasn't close, right? It looks like it might rain. It was beautiful just a while ago, a few minutes ago. So I'm not shocked. I talked about this earlier, that the Buccaneers weren't considered at all. I don't know why. They just don't seem to care, the analysts. I don't think it's that exciting, and they're going to gravitate to where it's exciting. Here was a very boring game. Gardner Minshew was not great, but not awful. He was kind of okay. He was mid, he was kind of like a backup quarterback, statistically. Justin Herbert, it was exactly like I thought it would be. He would barely throw. And that's the system they're going to run now. He had 1 TD and 144 yards. J.K. Dobbins had 10 carries for 135 yards and 1 touchdown. And let's see here, what else? Ladd McConkey also had 5 carries for 39 yards, 1 touchdown. So they basically wore them down, and field goals. So first quarter, Chargers had 1 field goal. Second quarter, they had another field goal. Third quarter, they had another field goal. Fourth quarter, they had a touchdown. And they had another touchdown. And they failed the 2-point conversion, but it didn't matter. So they basically shut them out. Now, it's really nice to win that first game, especially as a coach. That's phenomenal. But you're going to see this. It's going to be a whole lot of running. And to do what they did is exceptional. But it goes to show you that if a system works, now they had to be patient and wait to the fourth quarter until they wore out the defense by running so much. You also control the clock, which people tend to forget. All right, what other game was exciting to me? Tonight, the Jets and the 49ers. That will be exciting. I'm so excited to see, guess who? Aaron Rodgers. I so desperately want to see him. I want to see him do okay too. I'm not, there to make fun of him or critique him or hope him any ill will. I'm so in his corner. I'm definitely fan based for him. I'm not out to get him. Here's something that was made on. Here we go. It takes a second. That was made on formerly known Twitter, now X. This to me looks real. Look at this. This looks real. Shout MGB, set your mind free, far beyond the worries of today. Here's one of the most exciting things to happen to KC in a very, very long time. I'm excited for them. They have weapons. They really do. And he's fast. Tyreek Hill yesterday, unfortunately, was in trouble again. We don't know the full extent of what was going on there. So, but he did make this comment here because speed recognizes speed, and they know that might be the fastest person in the NFL right now. Is he durable? Xavier? I don't know. Are these guys going to win again? I don't know. That's a tall feat, man. I would say the odds are against them. But the odds were against them last year. And they still found a way. So I think if you have belief in a good system, you can get through stuff. We are forever now in the midst of football, the spiritual side of football. There are many people right now that are probably disappointed today and scratching their heads and going, what the heck happened? Like this guy. I guarantee you, they just don't do well in the first week. I don't know why. Do you know who set the world on fire, though? Literally set the world on fire? Saquon. Saquon Barkley set the world on fire. Joe Mixon was good, too, from what I heard. He was a major factor for the Texans. And CJ Stroud having that extra weapon, I think, will be very beneficial to all. And many believe that he might be part android, robot with his precision. I love that. It's gorgeous. Okay, so this will give me a second if I can get this going. All right, let's have a look here at videos. We did Chase the Greatest Excitement. We did Funky Jazz Ballet. We did not do Dreams of Positivity. right, that is Suno. Dreams of Positivity. Yes, indeed. So we are going to go back to football. This we're going to do, play a little bit of music. And it gives me a second in between. Plus, I'm always promoting, you know, that AI music. That is kind of where I am now. That is my thing. All right. So according to this, all I got to do is click this. Boop. There. I like that better. I constantly forget I can do that. I don't know why. Titans and Bears game. Major letdown. I was expecting that to be, honestly, a barn burner. High score, like in the 30s. Never happened. Tony Pollard looked good. He still only got 82 yards, but at least he got a touchdown. Will Levis looked like a backup to me. He was okay. And it just goes to show you that there is tiers of quarterbacks, and there's only a few that are really, really good. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Who else? Lamar Jackson. Dak Prescott is not in that. I think Dak Prescott is like second tier. Dak Prescott to me reminds me of Kirk Cousins. Something about him. He's consistent. He gets it done. He's not very agile. It's the same with Jeff Goff. Jeff Goff showed he had wheels yesterday. So Sam Donaldson showed that he is better than I thought. So maybe he's at the right spot in his life, the right time. Maybe he has a team around him. It's very hard to be an effective quarterback if you don't have the right players around you. You need a great offensive line. So let's look at this. Will Levis threw for an unstaggering 127 yards total with D-Do, right? Caleb, 93 yards. That's horrifying. DeAndre Swift got a whole 30 yards, 10 carries. DJ Moore, 5 receptions, 36 yards. And you say to yourself, well, how the heck did they win? The defense won for them. And Chicago is known for that. Calvin Ridley, 3 receptions, 50 yards. So this was not an offensive battle, 17-24. Many people were deeply disappointed by Tennessee this year and thought they would do well. I think Chicago's going to win a lot of games this way. They finally have a quarterback who's okay. It's not great. It's a team that makes the least amount of mistakes or has the best kicker some weeks, right? So first quarter, only thing that happened was Tony Pollard got a touchdown. That's it. We got a field goal in the second quarter. Not a lot. A field goal for the Titans. Someone trying to get a hold of me here? Let's have a look. Bloop. Just a quick second here, folks. I don't know. That could be anything. Yeah. So then in third quarter, Jonathan Owens blocked a punt. Yeah, I remember that. And the whole world was changed by that one play. The momentum of the game completely changed after that. Again, defense can win you games. I've seen it. I saw it last year with the Jets. The Jets were horrible offensively because they had no quarterback. And yet sometimes they won through defense and special teams. So field goal for Chicago. And touchdown. Unbelievable. So, I don't know. Very uneventful game. Very boring. Pretty bad when you don't have a touchdown. He's known for scoring touchdowns himself. We'll have to see. We'll have to check the film. Neither team wowed anybody. That was a defensive battle. This was a great game right here. I like this game. Jacksonville came out like they were going to win. They really did. I thought they had it. And then somehow Miami squeezed a win out, which is unlike Miami. So, see, here's the thing. You can say whatever you want about Tua, but he always gets yardage. 339 yards, 1 TD. He always gets over 300. So he finds a way. He's kind of like Brock Purdy that way. Results, right? Stats don't lie. Tyreek Hill came to the rescue. 7 receptions, 130 yards, 1 TD. And that was after him being arrested, I think a block away from the stadium, thrown down in handcuffs. It was all over the net. I don't know how you missed it. But the momentum of the game was Jacksonville. They basically, as Tua said, they smacked them in the mouth. They woke them up. They were asleep. They were rusty. Yeah. Devon Achane, or Achane, looked fresh. He looked great. That was the big difference, speed. And they got 2 field goals in the fourth quarter where they shut out Jacksonville. Jacksonville had no production in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville had no production in the third quarter. 0. So, again, not a really exciting game, but okay. Neither team took the world on by storm. Nobody rushed for like 300 yards. So it was just, I would say, a defensive battle. They showed the weapons that they have, and Tyreek got paid for what he does best, and the kicker. So, yeah, not bad. And nothing to write home about, right? Like, none of the games wowed me, except for, I would say, this game. Here, see if I can find it. I was shocked by the Steelers. I thought they were going to get their ass served to them. I really did. I didn't think they had a chance in hell. But Justin Fields, again, not great production, 156 yards passing. Not bad, right? Not bad. Najee Harris, 20 carries, 70 yards. George Pickens, I thought was the most exciting player on the field. 8 receptions, 85 yards. Kirk Cousins usually gets over 300 yards production. He looked awful. He had 2 interceptions, and not fluky. Like, they were just bad. Bad, really bad interceptions. It was embarrassing, to say the least. They held Bijan Robinson to not much, 18 carries for 68 yards. That's not wowing. Ray McLeod III, 4 receptions, 52 yards. So let's look at production here. First quarter, field goal. Both sides. Both sides got a field goal. And it looks like no points, so it was missed. Falcons missed it. So we had a successful Kick from Chris Boswell for 57 yards. Holy crap, that's very good. A second quarter field goal for 51 yards for Chris. And then Kyle Pitts had a 12-yard pass from Kirk Cousins and a young Hoo kick. Field goal, Chris Boswell, 44 yards. So not bad. 2 more field goals in the third quarter, then 1 more field goal in the fourth quarter. So the Steelers won on field goals. Let's be real. And great defense. And less interceptions. 2 interceptions for a veteran that's not good. Two for anybody, but for someone like Steady Eddie, Kirk Cousins. So from what I've seen so far, not good. If he doesn't get back to his old form quickly, we'll see Michael Penix Jr. in there very fast. Like 3 games. They'll probably give him 3 games if this is a repeat performance. So we'll see. I don't see great things from what I saw there. Steelers, though, just showed never underestimate Michael Tomlin. He is a great coach. And he proved it again. So the Broncos and the Seahawks. Broncos did okay. It wasn't embarrassing. It wasn't a high-scoring game. Bo Nix looked rattled. He had 2 interceptions. He didn't have great production. Geno Smith had 1 interception. He only had 171 yards of production. Bo Nix had 5 carries for 35 yards and 1 TD. Kenneth Walker III had 20 carries for 103 yards, 1 touchdown. He was the most exciting player on the field, as far as I'm concerned. Josh Reynolds, 5 receptions, 45 yards. Tyler Lockett, 6 receptions, 77 yards. First quarter, field goals. That's it. A safety in the second quarter, field goal, touchdown by the Seahawks in the second quarter by Geno Smith, a 34-yard run, failed to get the 2-point conversion. A safety for the Broncos, a Zach Allen safety, and another field goal by Will Lutz. I think I'm saying that right. And then in the third quarter, touchdown from Kenneth Walker, a 23-yard, and Jason Myers kick. Jason Myers, 28-yard field goal. Zach Carbonet, 50-yard pass from Geno Smith. Jason Myers kick. Touchdown. Bo Nix, 4-yard run. So he's effective. He's dangerous. But all the quarterbacks that were rookies did okay. None of them set the world on fire. They just didn't. There were a lot of mistakes. You could see that they were adjusting to not playing third line, stars in the preseason. This was real deal. And it was very, very physical, the games. The most competitive game from what I saw was the Rams and the Lions. And they are 2 teams that are equally matched as far as I'm concerned. Either team could have won. Matthew Stafford had 317 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Jared Goff had 217 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. So Matthew showed his superiority. Say that 5 times fast. Kenron Williams, 18 carries, 50 yards, 1 TD. David Montgomery, God, is he fun to watch. He's a beast. He is so good. 17 carries, 91 yards, 1 TD. That stat does not say enough about what he did. Cooper Kupp looks solid. I believe Puka Nakua hurt his knee, and I haven't heard anything since then. But 14 receptions, 110 yards, 1 TD. Very respectful for Cooper Kupp, who stepped up. Jason Williams looked great. 5 receptions, 121 yards, 1 TD. So if you look at the first quarter, it was a field goal for the Rams, a field goal and a touchdown in the second quarter for the Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs had a 1-yard run, and Jake Bates had the extra point, I guess. So what do we hear? Jason Williams, 52-yard pass from Jared Goff. Jason Bates kick, yes. Kareem Williams, 2-yard run. Yeah, so he got in. Joshua Cardi, 26-yard field goal. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 9 yards pass from Matthew Stafford. Very good. Jake Bates, 32-yard field goal. Touchdown. David Montgomery, 1-yard run. And that was in overtime. And overtime was quick. It was almost like the Rams were gassed. They were done. But a very enjoyable game to watch. Highly competitive. Both had total yards very similar. The Rams had 387 yards, total yards, and the Lions had 363. Rushing yards was a different story. The Lions had 163 yards rushing, and LA Rams had 83 yards rushing. I think when I said it earlier, it almost sounded like rusting instead of rushing. Not good. Not good at all. Okay. So here's a weird stat. 5.2 average per yards per play for the Rams, 6 yards per play for the Lions. Do these mean anything? I don't know. What do you think? I think they do, long term. So next week, the Bills and the Dolphins. I would love to see the Bills win. I think it will be 30 to like 26 kind of thing. I think it can fluctuate either way. The 49ers against the Vikings, I think that'll be a closer game than most people think. Who else is playing next week? We got the Seahawks and the Patriots. That might be a competitive game from what I saw the Patriots do against Joe Burrows. That was really sad. That was a sad game. The Giants and the Commanders, I think the Commanders should take that. We'll see how that goes. The Giants, at best, were embarrassing. And them and the Panthers seem to be the ones that need the most work. The Chargers and the Panthers, Chargers should take that. I think it'll be a close game. I'm looking at that there. And then we've got the Saints and the Cowboys. You know what? I think that'll be closer than you think. I really do. I think the Saints could do very well. You know what? I didn't go through the Saints game. Why is that? Is it because I feel bad for Bryce Young? Maybe. So Bryce Young had 161 yards, 2 interceptions. He was 13 for 30 attempts. Derek Carr was 19 for 23 attempts. He had 200 yards and 3 TDs. Miles Sanders had 5 carries, 22 yards. Alvin Kamara had 15 carries for 83 yards. Shaheed, I love that name, 3 receptions for 73 yards. Adam Thielen had 3 receptions for 49 yards. And first quarter was 2 touchdowns and 1 field goal. Second quarter was a field goal, a touchdown, finally a field goal from the Panthers. Third quarter, touchdown. And then Bryce Young had a 3-yard run in. Good for him, at least he got. And the fourth quarter, we had Blake Rupe, a 39-yard field goal, and Jamal Williams had a 14-yard run. So 47-10. 47-10. How do you say ouch? Pretty bad, guys. What do you think? So I see some potential in the Saints, but we'll have to see how they are against the Cowboys. I think that game will be close. That will not be a blowout. So for entertainment-wise, this week, the most entertaining game is coming, which is today, the Jets and the 49ers. I would love to see the Jets win. That would make me insanely happy. It really would. But I think there is a very good chance that Brock Purdy and the boys will win in a close battle, and it'll be somewhere around 24-28. That's what I'm feeling today. I have no idea what I put before, but I would love to see Aaron get a win. And I would love to see him throw the ball into the basket. He's one of the few that can do that. He's highly skilled when it comes to throwing the ball and has proven that over the years. So week 2, as I look here, the Saints and the Cowboys will be close. The Browns and the Jaguars both lost this week, so that'll be interesting. The Colts lost so close. Why did I not talk about that game? I was probably the most heartbreaking game. I'm looking at preseason here. Week 1. Okay. Here it is. Okay. 2-point deal. Highly explosive game. Fun to watch. CJ Stroud had 234 yards, which is okay. 2 TDs. Anthony Richardson was 9 for 19 for 212 yards, 2 TDs, and 1 interception. That's not bad. Joe Mixon was amazing. 30 carries for 159 yards. That might be the most successful running that I've seen this weekend, right? Yeah. Saquon was pretty amazing, but I don't think he had that kind of numbers. Anthony Richardson, 6 carries for 56 yards, 1 TD. Nico Collins, 6 receptions, 117 yards. And Alec Pierce, 3 receptions, 125 yards, 1 TD. And field goal, touchdown, Alec Pierce. Oh, yeah, that was beautiful. It was a beautiful throw. That was probably the highlight. He was off balance on his back foot, threw it, a 60-yard pass right in the basket, right in his arms. Phenomenal. But this came down to like a field goal, if you look here, right? Field goal, touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 5-yard run. Failed 2-pointer. That's the thing, too. If you don't fail these 2-pointers, you're you're in the mix, right? Joe Mixon, 3-yard run, touchdown. Ashton Doolin, 54-yard pass from Anthony Richardson. And Stephon Diggs, 2-yard pass from C.J. Stroud. Anthony Richards, 3-yard run, but was not enough. Just short. So I give it a 6-7, somewhere in that range. The games, I think a lot of the teams looked stale, unprepared. Quarterbacks looked really shaken, a lot of them. Nobody seemed to be cool, calm, and collective. I didn't see any of that. Kirk Cousins didn't look like Kirk Cousins to me. Trevor Lawrence looked pretty good. Baker Mayfield looked great. But even he did not look like he was cool, calm, and collective. He was doing all right. Ravens, of course, Lamar, he was great, but he had a lot on his shoulders. And if you look at our dear friend Josh Allen, he basically won the game for them. And he can't do that every week. The Bills and the Bears this week will be great. It'll be really great. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not convinced that the Bills are going to take the world on by fire. They were really productive at getting a little bit from everybody. And I think the teams that win this year will just find a way to win. It was a strange week. It's not over yet. Okay. So I'm just going to do a quick here. Ravens, Chiefs. Ravens, I think, in some ways got ripped off. The Packers, Eagles. That was a mess. The field was a joke. Neither team looked great. The only person who I thought was amazing I would say Jaden Reed. I would say A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley. Jalen looked shaky. He had 2 interceptions. Jordan Love had 1 interception. Jordan Love ended up popping his knee, I think. Something like that. It did not look right. Saquon Barkley looked like he was 10 years younger than he was in the past. The kickers were pretty good. I don't think either team dominated. I think Christian Watson was amazing as well. He showed moments of greatness. So we'll see, right? We'll see how this goes. It's going to be an interesting year. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. See more. Let's see here. I'm going to look at week 2 just one more time here. So Bills and Dolphins. I'm hoping the Bills. 49ers, I think, will win against the Vikings, but the Vikings, again, I would love to see win. The Giants, if they have any chance of beating anybody, it might be the Commanders. The Seahawks against the Patriots. That might be closer than we think. The Chargers should win this against the Panthers. That should be one of the easier wins for them. The Saints, if they play like they did against, the Panthers, then it's hands down. But it won't be the Panthers level of play. We're talking about the Cowboys. So I think the Cowboys will edge them out, but not by much. It won't be an embarrassing game. The Colts, I think, have a very good chance to beat the Packers, only because Jordan Love is out. The Browns and the Jaguars, I would say the Jags in that contest. The Jets and the Titans, I have to go with the Jets. The Buccaneers and the Lions, I'm going to go with the Bucks because I love the Bucks, and I also love the Lions. But I'm going to vote for the Bucks, and my better judgment says the Lions will probably squeak it through, but it'll be a great game. Raiders and Ravens, I don't know. I don't know how that'll do. I think the Raiders will come out and try to beat the snot out of them. We'll see how that ends up. The Rams and the Cardinals, that should be the Rams, but the Cardinals played half decent this week. The Bengals and the Chiefs, I have to go with the Chiefs. I'm looking at the Steelers and the Broncos. After what I saw from the Steelers, I'm thinking the Steelers will win it by maybe a margin of like 3. The Bears and the Texans, I'm going to go with the Texans on that. And the Eagles and the Falcons, I'm going to go with the Eagles. So we'll see. We'll see if any of that pans out. I'll have a deeper look at it later. But thank you for being here. We appreciate everyone. We really do. Why don't we play a tune? We haven't played anything here today. Goddess of Love, Udio.
Heart beats fast, shadows dance and play. Goddess whispers guiding night and day. Weaving dreams with grace. Feel the embrace, love's eternal echo, smile on each face. In her light all darkness fades away. Feel the beat, keep the night at bay. Gotta shine so bright, hold me tight. In her arms we'll dance all night. Goddess of love, shine your light on me. With every heartbeat, set my spirit free. In your presence, peace divine. Forever in your arms, hearts align. Whispers in the wind, her voice I find. Every breath I'm lost into time. Take magic, feel so near. In her gaze like have no fear. She guides our way, night and day. Love's embrace, come what may. Feel the beat, we're dancing free. Goddess of love, you and me. Shine your light on me. With every heartbeat, set my spirit free. In your presence, peace divine. Forever in your arms, hearts align.
Udio. And that was a jazz rendering there. Phenomenal. Thank you for being here. We appreciate everybody. Hope to see you soon, just around the corner. God bless you all. And know on some level, we are all here to help the collective. Vote for your favorite teams. Tell me in the comments who you think is going to win tonight between the Jets and the 49ers. And for all those who've been waiting a very long time in New York, let's be ever open to having something great happen.